for me, it's always exciting to share about the body, mind, and spirit connection. I was blessed, like Penny said, to learn about it very early on. And I'm still learning. So because there's no end to it, there's always new evolution happening in this connection that we have with the body. And for me, I learned to treat my body like my lover, my partner for life. And I'm surprised that most people on this planet still haven't created this relationship yet. But this is really all I know I have. Everything outside of this can be easily taken away from me. So I come with this body, and when it's time to go onward, I will leave this body. But in between, it's this body that serves me and allows me through the nervous system, which we will talk about today, through the nervous system to experience life. And I think that's literally God-given. So and it was so beautiful this morning with the meditation and in your Sangha, in your community. I don't know if you feel this, but when you're meditating, your nervous system is relaxing. So then you have your community in which you have a lot of laughter, as I'm aware of. You mostly hug a lot, so you do a lot of things that's calming for your nervous system. And that's what this system really needs. So I like to speak a little bit about how it functions, and it will be like the nervous system for the dummies. We do it very easy and effortless. I'm not going into medical details because I'm not a doctor. It would be inappropriate. But how I relate to the nervous system and what I see right now, what is needed. And then I'd like to share with you some tools that you can do on a daily basis or whenever you feel like it, because our nervous system is aging with us. So, but we want to keep the nervous system very alive and active so that we can experience life. That's it. So if we look at the nervous system, we need to know that the nervous system is controlled actually through our brain. So then the brain sends information through our spinal cord, and it sends the nerves are our messengers. So we need to have a healthy brain to use actually the highway, as I call it, as with the spinal cord, it's like a highway, to send messages on the highway to the places in the body where this information is needed. So what we are facing right now in our society is that a lot of brains are not healthy anymore. We see Alzheimer's, we see Parkinson's, we see a lot of illnesses where the brain is being attacked. And especially through all the information overload that we are experiencing. So if the brain is impacted, it will impact our nervous system. The messages are not getting through. There might be some stuckness. We experience that when you think like you go out of the house and you forgot the key, or you don't know where you place the key. It feels like that you feel a little bit more unsteady when you're walking. Yeah. So those are symptoms that the brain and the nervous system are slowing down. So that's why I think it's so important to take care of our brain, so that the signals from the brain and also the signals from the body to the brain, it's not a one-way street, it's both ways, can move quickly when needed, but also can be managed to a place of calmness. Because what our nervous system really needs is calm, is resting, time off. If we look at your childhood, there were not a lot of people, most likely, at least not when I grew up, which had Alzheimer's. So I didn't see many people who had Parkinson's when I was a kid. So, but what I see now is I see that growing and growing. It's more like an epidemic by now. So the first thing for me is to take care of my brain so that I can regulate my nervous system. That means I need good food. I need a good diet. I need to avoid as much as alcohol. And I want to say always the excess of it, not a regular, glass of wine. But alcohol, drugs, a bad diet, stress, overthinking is harming your brain. And then your brain gets overactive. And the more active it gets, the faster it's aging. And when it's aging, it slows down and we experience less. We lose the connection to the earth. That's when we end up on the walker, on the cane, too early. So we need to take care of our brain so that the nervous system and the messages, that everything flows freely within us. I would say that's the most important thing to really take in. You need the naps. You need the resting. And our lifestyle became so full with social media and everything. And also our doingness got always rewarded. Our beingness became last. Being busy, never having time became actually being in fashion. But it's not, our body can't handle that. And our nervous system can't handle it. So I think in my age group, and I would highly suggest even starting earlier, within the 30s, 40s, changing our lifestyle in a way that we also live for our body. Because we want our body to, run well, everything should function well so that we experience well-being. But what is our part in our well-being, especially when it comes to the nervous system? When do you get up in the morning and just close your eyes and tune in and see, what does my body want today? Tuning in if I feel nervous, if I feel a little stress or anxiousness. And just being present to what is within us, recognizing it, because that's the communication with the nervous system and the organs within. If you experience fear, your kidney will send fear energy and information to your brain. And once in a while, that's okay. Yeah, if there's a dog and you're afraid of the dog when you're walking, that fear is a healthy fear because it gets you into action. But if you experience fear on a daily basis, and this is where the trick comes in with the nervous system and the brain, if we have consistent fear, at one point your kidneys become the brain because they get addicted to the fear. And then they send constant information to your brain and say, where's my next fear thought? And that's what we want to avoid. That's why we need a healthy brain and a healthy nervous system. Slowing down is natural. So I just want to know this, when we are growing up, the more we grow up, probably a little more slower we become, and that's okay. But it should not be too much. So my invitation is always to look, when I get up, what are my times throughout the day where I do meditate, like we did this morning. Putting times into my calendar, into my schedule, where I have nothing, where there's not a phone call scheduled or a Zoom session or anything, where I call it my out time. Your nervous system will celebrate your non-doing, honestly. Your mind might be tricky with it and has a judgment about it, but your body is longing for it. And when you take a 10-minute nap or 20-minute nap here and there, you don't even have to sleep. Just close your eyes. Because if your eyes are closed, there is no information coming in through your optical nerve. So your brain activity slows down and not so many messages are being sent through the spinal cord into your organs. So I feel for myself, that's what I can do. That's my responsibility to stay healthy, is to manage my energy levels. And when I feel stressed, I need to make a course correction. And I can do that. And I can do this through breathing. I can do this through movement, taking walks. You know, we don't have to do yoga and go into a pretzel position, you know, to be healthy or strong. No, we might just want to go outside, be in the fresh air and walk. Or what I like to do, you know, for resting, I like to be lying on the ground and have my legs up on the against the wall, because all the blood is flowing, you know, down my legs. And I think that's very relaxing. And if you can do that, just do that. But see your body, like I said, like your lover for life. You know, if you have a lover for life, you want to be kind. You want to be gentle with your lover. You know, you don't want to argue. You don't want to be upset with this person. You know, you want to enjoy. So, and that's how I see my body. As, like I said in the beginning, it's my partner for life. So I want to put in good food, a lot of rest. Um, yeah, I want to honor it. And I think that's the most important thing, because every thought that I have, and that's where it starts, every thought that I have creates a feeling in my body, and the feeling creates an action. And we want to ensure that that action is a healthy action. If I always have fear thoughts, the action will not be a healthy action in your kidneys. If I have a lot of stress, it will get into your adrenal glands, and then they get stressed out. Yeah, so let's really be attentive to what the brain and the body needs so that we can stay healthy. And I think that's it. That's all I want to say right now. There's so much, you know, I could have a whole lecture on the nervous system alone. I would like for you to just for a moment, just close your eyes, just for a few moments, and then open your eyes. So you close and you open your eyes because of your nervous system. I want you to touch your hands onto your knees. And I want you to just feel the warmth of your hands. Good. So in this case, the warmth of the hand goes into the neural activity under your skin. So it sends a signal to the brain and lets the brain know, warmth. When you close your eyes one more time and you think what you had for breakfast this morning. Now the brain goes into memories, into thinking, and all of that has to do with the nervous system. So feeling the hugs, feeling the touch, hearing whatever's happening in our surrounding impacts our nervous system. And it's in communication. I see this really as our communication center within us. It informs me, it warns me, you know, it keeps me able to experience life. Now I will tell you when to clap your hands. Ready, steady, go, and clap. So you felt there was a tiny, not even a second of information that you needed this tiny little time from the brain to inform your hands to clap. Even wiggling the fingers, wiggling our toes is only possible because the nervous system communicates all the way into your toes. And that's why I invite my clients and my students. The more we grow up, the more you have to have an emphasis on your feet, to massage them, to bathe them, because the feet are the farthest away from our control center. So the more we age, the less information goes through into our feet, and that's why we lose the connection to the earth. Yeah, so have a foot bath in the evening, like 20 minutes with a little salt, lavender, whatever you want to put into it. And just soak your feet in water and then massage them afterwards. That way you bring the air element from the heavens into your feet. And you strengthen your earth element. And that's crucial when we grow up, a little more than. So we want to strengthen that earth within us and allow the communication system from the feet to the head to be strong, because that allows us also to be in balance. We lose balance when the communication doesn't go through anymore. So there are very simple little techniques, and I like for you to maybe scoop a little bit forward on your chair. Have your feet solidly on the ground. And then remember, the spinal cord is like a highway. So you want to have the highway. It's nice to drive on highway, but it's straight. So you want to have it as straight as you can. I like to take my index finger and touch my chin and push my head just back, not down, just a little bit back. And then to sit really straight, have the hands in a fist and the thumbs outside, and then bring your arms just back and your spine naturally will straighten up. And then you can rest your hands onto your knees. I like for you to close your eyes and take a moment to scan your body. Are you feeling the ground beneath your feet? Are you feeling your breath coming in and out? Nancy did a beautiful breath exercise this morning, and I want you to lead into it too. I want you to stay in this posture. I want you to inhale and count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for the count of 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, that was wrong. Anyway, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue in silence. We do just 1 minute. Keep your eyes closed. Right now, we're regulating our nervous system. The 4-6 breath is really wonderful for our nervous system. You know, by exhaling a little bit longer, we are creating more internal space and we release more of the stale air within our body, creating more inner calmness. Keep the breath going. Place your left hand onto your tummy and right hand onto your chest. And let's do one more minute. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Just keep your hands here. Keep the breath going. So by adding your hands onto your body, you're allowing your brain to get the message that you feel safe and secure. So this breathing technique with the hands on your chest and your tummy is a wonderful nervous system regulation. It's great to do when you go to bed, especially for people who suffer from insomnia or having a hard time falling asleep. Just do this. So simple, it doesn't cost anything, and it calms your body. The warmth of your hands goes into the neural activity, as I mentioned before, under your skin. And then the nerves, the messengers, go into your spinal cord and send to the brain, I'm safe. I can relax. I can keep my eyes closed, and I'll be just fine. I can fall asleep. Then I want you to open your eyes. So imagine you have somebody next to you and you feel they become anxious, you know, you feel the insecurity. And so what I do, and often that happens with clients, you know, they come and they are hyper intense. I ask them, may I touch you? Because you need to have permission. So then may I put my hand on your thigh or on your arm or your lower arm? So I tell them where I want to touch them. So, and then when I get the permission, I put my hands onto a place in their body. It's often the thigh or the arm. And then I'm quiet and I ask them to just breathe. And then I wait until my nervous system is regulated. I tune into my nervous system because my nervous system can regulate this person's nervous system. And I think that's amazing. Yeah, so with my breath and through my nervous system, I can regulate somebody else's nervous system. That's why touch is so crucial. Or you heard of these little babies in the incubators when you put it, one is, you know, not healthy or so, and they put another little baby in there, you know, they regulate themselves. That's how we communicate with each other without texting, without seeing a message or anything. It just happens. So I just want you to know that. And then there is a beautiful hand position, finger position, because most of our anxiousness, you know, everything that happens with the brain is because we have too much air element, the little. So we want to bring the index finger down And we want to touch the tip of the thumbs to our middle finger and to our ring finger, and our pinkies are extended. So pointer finger down, thumb to middle finger and ring finger, and pinkies are extended. So this is a mudra that decreases your thinking. So you're not so much ahead of your time, you're more present where you are, which is already a regulation for your system. And then you stabilize the earth and the ether. And your heart meridian is in this little pinky and your small intestine. And you just have this mudra relaxed on your knees. You can walk with it. It's a finger position you can hold 24/7, actually. And then I want you to close your eyes again. Now I want you to inhale through the nose and open, exhale, mouth. Inhale, nose. And exhale, open mouth. Inhale, nose. And exhale, open mouth. Inhale. And exhale. You can also call this the water breath. Wave is coming in and going out. So this finger position with this breath is wonderful. Whenever you feel stressed out, just sit down or walk a little bit in this with this mudra, and you will see everything is calming down inside of you. So those are these two breaths. The sound for the system is the humming. And I just want to use, before we go into movements, I want to use the sound of the hum. And you want to feel the humming in your heart center. From there, the humming gets spread through the entire nervous system. Yeah, through the spinal cord, it goes through all the cells in our body. Humming is phenomenal, not only for our nervous system, but especially also for the brain. So stay in the mudra, pointer finger down, tip of your thumb to thumb and ring finger, pinkies extended, rest this mudra. Inhale deeply and just hum. Mm. 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 And just relax. So you can make humming and this mudra your healthy habit for the future. Again, scoop forward on your chair. I want to activate the spinal fluid and the spinal cord by having my hands, and we go now into movement. Your feet are solidly on the ground. Hands around your knees. I want you to arch your spine forward. So my chin is parallel to the floor. And then I exhale and I round my spine. I bring my chin towards my chest. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. So right now your brain informs through the spinal cord all the vertebrae that have to move. It informs the body how to, and when to breathe in and out. Your cervix knows and your pelvis knows when to move. All of that is possible because of the nervous system, our communication center. This is a beautiful, just wonderful movement. Keep your spine flexible. When your spine is flexible, you prevent a lot of disturbances and diseases in your body. Let's do 3 more, but you can do easily 3 minutes a day. And then you sit at the desk and in between just move your pelvis forward and back, round and arch your spine, and know you create fluidity within yourself and you activate your spinal fluid. Good. Now we bring our arms out to the side. So the arms and the hands are the extension of our heart center. Here is the highest concentration of nerves, actually, is in your palms, and the high concentration of nerve endings in your fingertips. That's why when you prick a needle into your finger, it really hurts because of the high concentration of nerve endings. Yeah. So we want to move now only our middle finger. So when my palm's facing up, I inhale. On the exhale, I just move my middle finger as much as I can towards my palm. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep it up. Most likely, very slowly, you start to feel it. Keep it moving. Keep it up. Just imagine what your body has to keep up with you. So just give back to your body right now, to your nervous system. That's a little bit more. The middle finger is associated with patience. So we be patient for a few more seconds and then we will relax. Good. And relax your hands onto your knees. Palms facing down, again, to activate the neural activity under your skin. We want to create a wonderful open pathway to the brain. So we bring our chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder, right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest. We just start simple neck rolls because a lot of people have calcium deposits in the neck. We want to avoid that. Good, reverse the direction. In the back of your head is also the little brain stem. And the brain stem really activates our brain. So it's good to move your head and not be stiff here. Good. Now I want you to go into a figure 8, as if you draw the sign of infinity or the number 8 into the space. You might hear some cracking and some noises. It's very common. But avoid pain or don't overstretch. Just move very gently in a figure 8. So the spinal flex, the movement with the spine, and ensures that spinal fluid is rising up. Here we open up our neck so that information can flow freely into the brain, so that the nervous system knows what to do. Good. Come back to center, arms back out to the side, palms out and then down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So the wrist in yoga also associated with the pituitary gland, our master gland in the body. Yeah, and if we move our wrists, we are activating our pituitary gland. The glands are the guardian of our health. Also so close to our brain, so to speak. Just keep it going. Those are parts in our body that we don't use that much anymore. We became all button pushers. And that's why a lot of these very simple movements, actually after 30 seconds, feel already, oh my God, when will she stop? But we want to keep the flexibility there. Any stiffness in the body will have an impact on the nervous system and on our brain. Good. Keep it up a little bit more. Good. And rest. I know that's a lot. And just feel, take a moment, close your eyes and feel into your wrists right now. There's a lot of movement going on. A lot of signals are being sent right now to the brain. Good. Another thing that I really like to do is to activate the left and the right hemisphere of my brain for my nervous system so that my thinking is crystal clear. So arms again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Every time you cross either your legs or your arms in front of your body, you're activating the opposite sides of your brain. And we need clear thinking so that the nervous system can get clear messages, clear information, what to do, what not to do. We can avoid our senior moments. Yeah. We can prolong until it happens. Good. We won't do much longer, but I want to give you all these simple exercises so that you can, perform them for yourself. Sit on the chair, do your spinal flex, move your head, move your arms, move your fingers, and know that you're in service to your body and to your nervous system. Okay, let's stop. Just take a moment, feel into your upper arm, lower arm, into your hands. The more relaxed our nervous system is, the more we can be present. Present with each other, present with what's occurring around us. The more calm we are. So I'll share one posture now with you, and this will be also our ending. I think this is really important for all of us. So you can start with 3 minutes and then every day add a minute if you want to. You can bring it up to 11 minutes. It's very simple, actually. We're just interlacing our fingers. The tip of our thumbs touch, yeah, so that balances the fire within us. We place this position, this mudra, on top of our crown. So here is our really the crown, where people say the soul came in and the soul goes out at one point. Now you lift your hands 4 to 6 inches above your crown. Ensure that your elbows stay back. Close your eyes. For me, and that's just me, this is one of the most profound healing postures. When the elbows are above the ears, there's healing in our gut occurring. It might be that in a little bit you feel your arms start to shake. That might be a sign that there's something too much in your life. Yeah, and then you just look into your life. What do I have too much? Maybe too much thinking, too much stress, too little napping, the excess. What is too much? But what's happening in this posture, and that's so beautiful. When the arm's starting to shake, I want you to know it's okay. Keep it up. Because you're also starting to heal your nervous system in this posture. And there is a time frame where we can heal our nervous system. And then there's a time where we can't anymore. If we overtext it and the switch got turned off, that's it. Right now, we don't have tools to get it going again. So this is such a beautiful posture. And, like Diana played such beautiful meditation music before. Just imagine in your meditation, for the first 3 minutes, you have your arms like this. And then maybe with each day, you increase a minute. But we leave it here. So you open your hands, sweep through your auric field, rest your hands. Now palms facing up onto your legs, eyes closed. Come back to the connection between the soles of your feet and the ground beneath you. Inhale, count to 4. Exhale to 6. Keep going. And then we slowly open our eyes. I hope you feel a little calmer. You have some ideas what you can do for yourself and for your body and for your mind and spirit. And I thank you for the invitation and the opportunity you gave me to be with you and to share my passion, the health of the body mind connection.
Yay, everyone's clapping. Thank you, dear.